darlings! Welcome back to part 2 of What If Deku Was Technoblade? As you said, this is obviously part 2. Oh dear, I need to stop talking so fast. Anyways, continuing on. Where we left off is when Deku went to his room. He went to his room to go rest and relax, and he takes off his mask, which he had on him still, and he takes off a bandage that's on him. One of his eyes, he's blind in one of them, due to him using the totem, as it took the sight from one of his eyes as a price to pay. Because what we're going to say is, most of the time, because totems are you have a price to pay. So like, if Ranbu were to use one of his totems, he would possibly get minorly injured or something like that, depending. Because it just depends on what was going to kill him or what killed him. That's how the totem works. Depending on what you were saved from, that's how bad your injury or whatever you get because you use the totem, the price is. But because Techno or Deku used his totem from when he got hit by an anvil, which would be a painful way to die and all that, he lost this ability to see in one of his eyes. That's about it. So he decides to turn off his pig mask that he wears just because he doesn't like his face being seen. Like, you can see the bottom of his face, but not really well because of the mask obscuring it. Takes it off, and the hidden camera sees his face, which is heavily scarred, his eyes, which are crimson red, obviously, and his eye that's a lighter shade of red because, to be correct, when you're blind, your eyes don't turn white. They turn a lighter or same color depending. Lighter if it's from an injury, and I'm pretty sure this is how this works, I think. But if you're born blind, and your eyes are just normal colored. Anyways, continuing on. Oof, cold chill. Anyway, continuing on, the camera picks up, and they're watching the cameras, and they see that he's blind, he's covered in scars. He goes into his closet, which is, we're going to say it's a walk-in closet. He changes into his royal outfit. He changes into a normal outfit, not his royal one, which, when he comes out, he looks kind of disgusted. And he says, I'm going to need to get new clothes. And he will go shopping tomorrow, because since he was just got back, they all have a week off of school. Anyways, continuing. He takes down all the All Might posters and takes all the All Might figures, puts them in a box, and he walks out of the room with it, and he goes and puts on his mask back on, and he walks out of the room with the box of all the All Might stuff, and he sells it, and some of that stuff was limited edition, rare, and all that, so he gets I think it's 40,000 yen? Yeah, we're gonna go, I think that's the right amount, maybe 40,000 to 80,000 yen, yeah. One of those two. Just a really high and ridiculous amount of money because of how rare some of the figurines and posters and stuff are. Yeah, so he gets rid of all his All Might stuff. He goes to the store, buys black just plain black or black sheets and pillows and stuff like that. Much plainer things. He doesn't buy any posters for his walls. He does buy some paintings. He buys like a constructible bookshelf, books, lots and lots of old books and things like that. He gets books and lots of those because he likes reading. And he gets like a weapon case holder because he's in an armor stand. Because he brought back obviously his weapons and his armor and stuff and everything he had on him, like all his valuable things that were valuable to him. He brought that with him. He had taken his crown off and like hidden it on him because he didn't want anyone to know about his crown and stuff like that. But yeah, he gets a glass case for his crown. He likes flowers, we're gonna say. So he gets like some flowers. He gets some like hanging flower pots to put out on the balcony and stuff like that. Get some seeds and stuff like that. Get some flowers and all that stuff to hang out on the balcony. Because we're gonna say that the dorms have balconies. And so he gets that type of stuff. He gets some like succulents, which are some like potted cactuses and things like that. He gets some like sculptures and things of that type of sort. He gets some painting things and a new desk, and then he goes to this clothing store and he gets new clothes. He buys mostly like white and red themed outfits. He buys some capes and other pretty things. He gets materials with silk. He gets silk and material items. Gets some nice pretty clothes, like royalty clothes, like royal looking clothes and all that. That's what he gets. He also gets like a mini fridge thing, moderately sized, because he wants to be able to store his own food and things like that. And that's what he does. He takes care of himself. And then he heads back to the dorms with all of his stuff. And he starts setting up his new room. He puts down the new bed sheets and things and pillows, cases and pillows and all that. And then he hangs up the paintings, puts down the sculptures, gets his room all nice and pretty and set up for himself. He puts down the succulents and hangs up the hanging plants for outside on the balcony. He sets up the bookcase and puts the books in it. He gets like the little desks that he bought and things like that, other things, and all the stuff that he bought, to all the furniture, new furniture and all that. He puts the mini fridge in the corner of the room, puts all his clothes in the closet, gets out his old clothes, puts them in a box, and goes to go sell them to some like thrift store or something like that. And so he does that. He just gives them to this thrift store because he no longer desires them. He did get a couple of hoodies as well, just because hoodies are comfortable, and they would keep him warm if he desired to, even though he's pretty used to the cold feeling. He got different like shelving things and other like things, like store things, like box units to store things. So he stores items in there, things that he had and all that. he adopted a puppy, like a couple of puppies, like 4. He did bring Carl with him, and Carl looks like a normal horse, and unless like, yeah, he obviously looks like a normal horse. Because we're gonna say Minecraft looks like the normal world, except it's like logic is a little bit messy there. So yeah, he brings Carl. He brought Carl with him. He ends up buying a house with like emeralds and gold and stuff that he had brought with him. He buys a house and a place for and it has a big yard for Carl. He stores his more important things there. He obviously moved away from his mother and all that. He got a new ID and all that for his actual age. And the thing is, he was only gone 4 years for everyone else. So everyone else is only 19, and we're gonna say that, and we're gonna go with like school, like in their class 3A and not class and nothing else, because like we're gonna go with 2 years is like 1 school year for them. Oh, I don't think that's how it actually works, but we're gonna go with that for plot. Sorry about that. So yes, that's what's going to happen. And he's going to go on ahead and continue on with life. I understand if this sounds really bland right now. It's just I haven't gotten to the more juicy and more drama-filled parts yet. I will eventually, but let us continue. And so, he obviously has his house. He does have the dorm room set up, so it's nice for her, or a little for him. And he goes to his first day of class again. First day of class in a long 15 years. He's monotoned and bland and like very distant. He doesn't seem to be paying attention to the class, but he is. He does a drawing on some paper, and obviously his notebooks, he had like hidden them in a secret compartment of his room. So he'd taken those out of there and he moved them and hidden them in the room, in a safer location in the room, obviously, in his dorm room, because those notebooks were like, they took off all the stickers and all that and didn't bother about like fanboying over any of that stuff. He just kept them as like notes for weaknesses and things. And so as he continued on, in his first day of class, he was just drawing in the back, like drawing really intricate, like Greek gods and people he knew from the Dream SMP world, drawing battles and fights and things from the place where he was. So yeah, he's just doing that, and Mr. Izawa says, Izuku. Or says, Midoriya, pay attention. And he looks up and says, I am, sir. I am paying attention, sir. And then continues what he was doing, completely ignoring him. As the voices are like, kill him, and things like that. He's disrespecting you. But he just ignores them. They're also yelling E. And then all of a sudden, the villain alarm sounds. But, my darlings, this is where I leave you, on a cliffhanger. I might not post tomorrow. I might not post another part. If I do, it'll have to post short. These are short right now just because I just want to get some parts out for you guys, so you guys have content to watch, and yeah, anyways, Bye, darlings. You can't see me waving. Anyhow, bye, darlings.